This is the story of two cities whose fates became inseparable. Less than 2 kilometers apart, a distance that should have created a natural bond, slowly turned into a battlefield with no end in sight. How did the neighbors of Gaza shift from colleagues and friends to the greatest fear of the residents of Sderot and the surrounding communities? In 1951, just 3 years after Israel's independence, the Gevim Dorot transit camp was founded. It would later become Sderot, only a few kilometers from Egyptian-controlled Gaza. Jewish immigrants from Morocco, Tunisia, Libya, and Iraq built a new town on a fragile security line, living beside neighbors who spoke the same language. For decades, the communities traded, farmed, and shared daily life. Israel's victory in the 1967 Six-Day War opened Gaza's gates and brought the populations even closer. The relationship had its best years in the 1970s and 80s, with commerce, agriculture, and daily visits linking the two places. Unfortunately, this reality soon changed. Behind the scenes, outside forces quietly moved in. The PLO, secular groups from Lebanon and Syria, and the radical Islamist movement, the Muslim Brotherhood. They built a hidden infrastructure of smuggling routes, weapons caches, and organized efforts aimed at turning Gaza against Israel. In 1987 came the turning point. The first Intifada erupted with stone-throwing, firebombs, and ambushes that shattered the fragile trust. The Jewish neighbors who once viewed Gazans as partners began to fear them. In 1993, Israel pursued peace and signed the Oslo Accords. The Palestinians were granted self-rule in Gaza with hopes that autonomy would bring stability. Instead, the new rule facilitated large-scale weapons smuggling from Egypt and accelerated military buildup. The ongoing violence eventually led Israel to construct a security fence between the once connected cities. By 2001, a new era of terror began. The first rocket was launched from Gaza into Sderot. Over the following years, terror groups carried out deadly attacks against IDF forces and Jewish communities inside Gaza, while firing approximately 3,000 rockets at Sderot and nearby towns, deliberately killing and injuring civilians. However, in 2005, Israel tried another path, a unilateral disengagement. All Jewish settlements in Gaza were evacuated, and the Strip handed to Palestinian control. Many Israelis believed Gaza would take that chance to build a normal life. They did not. In 2006, Palestinians elected Hamas, and within months, the group seized Gaza by deadly force. Every resource they controlled was turned into terror infrastructure. Tunnels, rockets, armed brigades, indoctrination programs, and a strategy of using civilians as human shields to pressure Israel internationally. Since 2005, more than 25,000 rockets have been fired toward Sderot and the surrounding communities. Attacks, kidnappings, and suicide bombings continued. Then came October 7, 2023. Thousands of terrorists invaded Sderot and nearby communities. Around 1,200 civilians were murdered. Children, women, elderly. And over 250 people were taken hostage into Gaza. After decades of Israeli attempts at coexistence met with relentless attacks, Israel was forced into a war with one clear aim: eradicate Gaza's terror forces once and for all.
I think that the IDF made a good job, not just for us, for the future of us, it's especially for the future of the people that live in Gaza.
Despite the heavy cost, Israel remains committed to giving the region's children a real chance at a better future. Not only in Sderot and surrounding communities, but also for Gazans seeking a safe, normal life.